Right, today is going to be day one of the LA trip. We are at Premier Inn by Heathrow. We are about to head off to go to the airport to get ready to fly. And primarily today, the main focus is going to be avoiding fluid retention on the flight. So what are some of the things that we're going to be doing in order to avoid water retention today, Luke?
So certainly avoiding taking any carbohydrates in. So the meals we've got prepped today is just chicken and a little bit of fats to go with that. We're obviously going to drop our salt. Prior to that, we're just going to make sure that we've got our compression socks. And throughout the flight, especially any long flight, you really want to be thinking about, first you're trying to get yourself an aisle seat so you don't bother everybody, because you are going to need to get up quite sporadically. I would suggest every sort of hour and a half, get up and do some form of movement. Even on a 3-4 hour flight, I've struggled with water retention. And when you're obviously competing so close to landing at your destination, you really don't want that as one of the issues that you've got to sort out. It's not a good look.
Yeah, 100%. So there's a couple of things that we're going to be doing different to normal. We're going to increase our fluid intake because flying actually dehydrates you. So one of the things that we want to make sure is that we've got that fluid continually coming in. And it's also going to help with avoiding our body holding water. We're going to urinate more regularly. We're going to be standing up for lymphatic drainage. So we're going to be moving around on the plane. It's also going to stop with the stagnant blood build-up in the legs from being static, sat down all of that time. We'll probably be wearing compression socks and sometimes even beyond that, other compression wear as well to avoid any water retention from that. But for the main thing is just making sure you're drinking a lot of water, slightly reduced sodium intake, slightly lower carbohydrate intake, moving around quite a lot. There's always going to be a level of water retention on the flight. It's just trying to keep that to a bare minimum. So hopefully when we get to the other side, once we get to LA, we'll do some check-ins and visuals with all of the clients. I've given the same advice to everybody that's going on the flights. We're all on a bunch of different flights today, so not necessarily going to be able to link up with everybody, but in the group chat on WhatsApp, I've given everybody the same instructions, and hopefully we'll do some in-person check-ins afterwards, and there will be minimal water retention, so we won't have a huge amount to manage. That will also mean that we can go straight into the carb loading process, because obviously we're flying on a Thursday. We're going to arrive in LA at around 2:30 p.m. LA time. So we've got to bridge the gap of eating quite a lot of food over the 12-hour flight period, but also then we're going back in time once we go to LA. So we're going to have a lot of time to eat carbohydrates there, being obviously Thursday and Friday, and then competing on the Saturday for Luke and Ben in the amateurs, and then Innocent and Zoe are going to be competing on the Sunday in the pros. So they've got a little bit more time to feed up, but in Innocent's case, he needs to make weight for the lightweight class on Saturday, so he won't be able to feed up until quite late, because weighing in isn't until Friday, so he won't be able to weigh in and register till Friday morning. So at the moment we're just going to have to be focusing on not only minimising water retention, but then also making sure that we pull him right down in the scale weight for the lightweight class. He's currently 77 kilos, he needs to be 74 kilos. So we've got to hope he's not going to gain too much water on the flight, and then we've got to look at how we're going to drop off that water through the evening and the morning. So a lot of that's going to be obviously reducing his eating window so that he's not got too much food in his digestive system overnight, and then it's also going to be a level of sweating it out, kind of sauna protocol to lower his weight superficially. And then we'll probably try and weigh in as early as possible to give ourselves the maximum time to bring his physique back to life afterwards. So yeah, we'll see you at the airport. Yeah, squeeze the glute. Good. Beautiful. Quarter turn to your right. Fantastic. Quarter turn to your right. Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, turn that left glute on. Yeah, good. Keep the legs on. Yeah. Back on the scales.
Your new rate better than the old? Yes, my rate dropped.
74.65, baby. So we are a kilo down now. And we want to get down half kilo. Jesus Christ, look how shredded you look. Holy fuck. Yeah, got a half kilo to take off now. And then we're done. The final weigh-in before the actual legitimate weigh-in, and we are 73.5 kilos on the dot, ready to go. The man is ready.
Yes.
How you feel? How do you feel?
I feel
Awful.
it's just a bit dizzy for me all day, all time in the back, but
Yeah,
it's good we achieved our weight, which is a great thing.
yeah. So
Happy.
for the people that don't know, we essentially just spent the last hour and a half.
Another 1.5.
Yeah, we did an hour and a half in a hot bath with hot towels with hot taps on.
Yeah.
So basically create our own sauna in the bathroom, and I just sat in there with him and we just waited until every 20-30 minutes came out, weighed in, dropped another half kilo.
Half kilo.
And now we've got down to where we think he needs to be for lightweight. The only downside here with the pro divisions is they don't lay out what the weight class barriers are going to be, so we're trying to make an unknown weight, which is difficult. In the amateurs, lightweight is 74.6. We've put ourselves down to 73.5, so hopefully that should be sufficient to hit lightweight. So we are going to register now. We're going to go weigh in, get set in all of our categories. So Innocent's got to make weight for, he's got to make weight for lightweight, which we're hoping is going to be 74 kilos. We've got him down to 73.5. Luke's got to register for Masters Bodybuilding. And then he'll have all of his polygraph and stuff today as well. Get in with me. So yeah, we're all going to get ourselves registered, going in as a team. Then we're going to meet up with Zoe and Ben later. So excited to get to work. 161.6.
You have to convert that.
Yeah, what does that even what does that even count in kilos?
So time is like 2.2. Just ask Siri. Siri.
Right guys, it is 4:45 a.m. in LA and it is day one of the WNBF World Championships. I'm not going to lie to you and say that I am always up this bright and early, but I am hyped for this show. And on show days, I always have this like exciting nerves and anticipation that seems to make me wake up at stupid o'clock. So I've been awake since like 2:30, 3 o'clock. I know that Luke, who is on first today, so he's going to be competing at 9 a.m. The show starts at 9 a.m. He's going to check in with me at 5 a.m. That was the plan. So I'm expecting him to knock on my door within the next 10 to 15 minutes, so that we can have a look over him. And because Luke is a bigger guy, right, he's 6'3", and last night he was 209 pounds as a natural athlete peeled, which is pretty insane. And in order to maintain that sort of muscle, he has a very fast metabolism, so he goes through a whole ton of food. And because he's got such a big frame, his physique needs to be full in order to really appreciate the amount of muscle that he's got. He can easily look quite stringy if he's not full enough. So we're making sure that we wake up early so that we've got time to get meals in if he does need it. I'm expecting that he's going to come in here looking fairly flat. With that bared in mind as well, we've kept his fluids high and his sodium high and consistent throughout the whole day. We've not had any sort of fluid manipulation, sodium manipulations, because he flattens off so easily. I think if we end up doing that, he's just going to wake up, yes, peeled, but in a position where it's just going to take too long to get the food and fluid back in him. To put it into consideration, the guy drinks like 10 to 12 litres of water a day. You know, he's eating over 1,000 grams of carbs per day of a carb up pretty religiously. So today we're just making it easy for ourselves. We kept our food high, kept fluid high, kept sodium high. So hopefully you should come in here and probably be a bit flat, but not too overly depleted. And I'm excited to go into this show. I think it looks like there's going to be 4 in Luke's class. And then I've got Ben today also in men's physique, and I think there's going to be 13 in his class. So that's going to be a fairly deep lineup, but in men's physique short, that's fairly common practice. So 13 isn't necessarily one of the bigger lineups I'd say we've been in. In the UK men's physique short lineup, sometimes you get 20 plus people in there with high standard as well. So I'm not overly concerned about that. Luke's class, I've seen some of the guys. I'm expecting that he's going to place very well, but we're not going to get ahead of ourselves. And Ben looks fantastic as well. He's putting a lot of work on the posing last night, making sure that that's all cleaned up. So hopefully that can highlight his physique to its fullest potential. And yeah, hopefully we'll walk away with some good results today. Obviously, I'm going to be doing in-person check-ins with Zoe and Innocent that are competing tomorrow in the pro ranks as well. And then we've got that to look forward to tomorrow. So I will keep you guys updated. Next part of the video will probably be an in-person check-in, and then we will head over to the venue and see how we get on. We've got ourselves a standard hotel coffee now, and honestly, this is probably one of the most relaxed times I've felt on a show day, especially given the fact it's a really big show, and I've got really high quality clientele in the show. I was expecting to be a lot more stressed, but I think I got all the stress out of my system the last couple of weeks, making sure that everybody's ready. And after seeing everybody over the last couple of days, the work's been done. People are nails. So hopefully the results will pay off. But yeah, I'm just very relaxed.
It's all gonna be good. Don't worry about nothing. Don't worry about nothing. Nothing now. It's all gonna be good. So breathe like you know you should. Yeah, breathe till you've understood. Until you're feeling like it's up again. Feel the sunlight on your skin. Keep your heartbeat beating. Go on, breathe in.
There we go, Luke. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go, brother. Team MBD style.
One to the right.
Go, Lewis.
One to the right. I can't hear you.
Yeah. There we go, Ben. There we go. Let's go, Ben. Come on, Ben.
Place the shoulders. Strike a pose. give my track and Alfred the possibility to do a really good picture. And Nick.